Yo, there's some serious toxicity going on in this world, and we tired of that shit. Yeah, we tired of that shit. How many men must die because of toxic people, especially these narcissistic ass women? Yo, I'm about to give you the lowdown on how to conquer these narcissistic ass people. I'm going to give you the list because I got a whole list over here. Yeah, I wrote it down. Check it out. I wrote down in red ink just to show you that I mean business. This is a very close topic in my heart because a lot of men are suffering under these narcissistic ass women, and they find themselves wondering, why are things not getting better? Why is she holding back this, holding back that? Why is my things not going right? So I'm gonna tell you, this is because they are hypocritical. They cannot take criticism of any kind. They never admit to being wrong. Yes, you find yourself apologizing at the end of that conversation. They like to play mind games. They are extremely manipulative. These are traits of a toxic person. They always have to win. They are self-serving, unselfish, tendency to lie. Oh yes, they tend to be liars. What you call it? What's the word? Proper compulsive liars. Yes, compulsive liars. Loves the drama. Cannot be trusted. Expect blind loyalty, but is not loyal. Whenever a woman wants you to be blindly loyal to her, not ever wanting her not ever wanting to prove their loyalty, but wanting you to be loyal still, you know that that's a red flag. That's an extremely red flag. They twist everything you say to benefit them. They lack healthy boundaries. They are punitive when they don't get their way. What does punitive mean? You have to Google that because I also have to Google that. They stonewall you or they give you the silent treatment. Mm, this is a big one that narcissists use. These toxic ass people just don't know when to give up. They are usually unrelenting in their toxicity. Therefore, they will go on. They are bullies. They expect favorable treatment. They are entitled. They are envious and jealous. They are neglectful and can use finances to manipulate. Now, I don't never come with problems and never give you the solutions, alright? See, what I got here is what you call uh aquamarine beads. This is aquamarine stone. This crystal gem basically helps you to release your throat chakra capacity to its fullest in order to communicate how much you hate that toxicity. So since these narcissistic ass people are toxic as fuck, they will actually block you from actually speaking your truth. So your truth is actually the only thing that can save you from this person, because if you are not able to speak up when you notice their toxic ass behavior, they're gonna keep on doing that toxic ass behavior as long as you let it. Therefore, speaking up is very powerful, but the way they block you is that they use the tactics like stonewalling. This stonewalling tactic does discourage one to speak up for their own truth. But using this stone, you would be able to actually overcome that. It gives you the strength to actually speak up even when speaking up is hard. It gives you the strength to speak up because it balances your throat chakra, giving your energy enough oomph to actually push out any blocks, any negative influences of you not expressing your energy. Because the sad fact of the matter is, fellas, your energy does get affected by you not speaking up. Yeah, whenever you don't say what is on your mind, what is on your heart, what is in your psyche, you basically find yourself actually suffering the physical effects of that. Your body can actually feel the weight of the words that you have not said. It feels the weights of the lies that you tell yourself. It feels the weights of the things that you said you're gonna do but not able to actually do. Yeah, it feels that. So it's very important to actually have a conduit in order to be able to speak up. Now these toxic as people that we mentioned earlier, they are the universe's way of teaching us how to express ourselves, even though you are with somebody who doesn't want to allow you to do that. Because when you have a toxic as person in your life, you generally are a person who suffers from their toxic behavior the most. You suffer from basically psychological and physical trauma sometimes. And this is not an excellent way to live, but there are ways to counteract it. The ways I'm talking about is it's the minor side of the spectrum, but it is effective nonetheless. Because as somebody who suffered under narcissists all my life, I actually learned their ways and actually now decided, finally learned how to overcome it, even though the narcissist won't change. Because somebody who is toxic cannot change just because you tell them you are toxic. Nah, you gotta actually find it, find a way to actually acknowledge it within yourself, and then uh, and then reflect that. You see, when somebody is toxic as fuck, you can actually give them space to be toxic as fuck whilst not entertaining it. You can actually walk away from that bullshit. You don't have to take it. You don't have to actually tolerate it. You don't have to entertain it. You actually have the responsibility in your mind, in your person, to actually to leave space for it, but not leave it in you. You see, you don't have to entertain them with your mind and leave them in your thoughts rent free. Nah, you can actually tell yourself, fuck that. Or if you're a Christian, you can tell yourself, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus Christ. If you're a Muslim, you can rebuke that in the name of Allah. It goes on and on, but you don't have to tolerate the negative behavior. It's not cool, especially if you're a man who's actually sincere in your ways, who's just trying to live peaceful, live like the trees, hug babies, kiss babies, you know, enjoy life, be happy, feel the sunshine on your face, look at some clouds. Like you don't need that. Seriously, you don't need all that toxic ass behavior, and you don't deserve that. I'm sorry that they let you believe that you had to actually take that, and that was the only way that there was there to live. I'm sorry that you took that for so many years, and you are now feeling neglected because somebody actually thought that you deserved such negative behavior. I'm sorry that there are toxic as people. I was talking to God today and I was telling him, like, God, you can bring the fire now, bring the fire from the heavens. Bring a black hole to swallow up the earth so that all these manipulative people go ahead with it. Heck, bring water. Okay, we already seen the water the last time with the floods that have happened on this earth. So I'd say we should just bring the fire this time. Bring the fire, let them die. Let them all die. Let them perish, you see. Like, even if we have to go, because since we're not so innocent as well, because the fact that we have lived with manipulative and narcissistic people all this time, it shows that in ourselves we are also manipulative. We cannot actually say that we are absolved of all their behavior, because the fact that they are here and we see them, it means that that is within as well, because the law of the universe says, as within, so without. So, since they're here and we're here, we might as well all die, right? God might as well bring the holy fire from the heavens, or bring a meteor. Yeah, I was actually thinking that meteor did the most to the dinosaurs. Those dinosaurs actually felt that meteor. I'm sure those dinosaurs were very, very relieved because there had been some manipulations they had been taking in their lives, and now they actually get to rest as fossilized bones. Rest as fossilized bones now that they don't have to take the bullshit anymore. But I say this to say this, guys, you don't have to take that bullshit. You can get yourself some nice, grade A jewelry, triple A jewelry that will help you release the toxicity from your body until God decides to actually bring the fire and wipe out everyone on this earth, wipe out the whole earth. Maybe he'll bring a black hole this time. Actually, that'll be cool. Like bring a black hole that will swallow up the earth. Until he does that, I say that we should actually find ways to work through this so that when we reincarnate on in our next life, possibly on the next planet, because this one is most probably going to be swallowed up by fire or a black hole, because that'd be really cool. That would be really cool. So since that, yeah, when we reincarnate on the other planets, maybe our karma will be better, and maybe we'll reincarnate on a planet where people don't manipulate other people, where people aren't narcissistic, where people actually accept people for who they are and don't have to try and coerce them into contracts that are not even beneficial for anyone. I say yes. I say that because as a peaceful person who just likes love and peace and all that goodness, we don't deserve that bullshit. We don't deserve to tolerate it. Therefore, yeah, I'm out here to expose all you manipulative people. I actually want to read this list over again, just to make sure that the bros heard it, like so that everybody who actually has suffered under the manipulation doesn't suffer anymore. These are people who are toxic as fuck. So note these. Like if you have a notepad, bust it out. These people are hypocritical. They cannot take criticism of any kind. They never admit to being wrong. They play mind games. They are extremely manipulative. They always have to win. They are self-serving and selfish. They have a tendency to lie. They love the drama. They can't be trusted. They expect blind loyalty but are not loyal. They twist everything to benefit them. They will not take no for an answer. They lack healthy boundaries. They are punitive when they don't get their way. They stonewall you or give you the silent treatment. They are bullies. They expect favorable treatment. They are entitled. They are envious and jealous. They are neglectful, and they may use finances to manipulate. These are the traits of a toxic person. I want y'all to watch out for those. I love y'all. That's why I bring you the crystals. These crystals will basically help you in your journey to actually fight this behavior, fight this negative behavior. You see, this aquamarine crystal is not the only kind that actually helps you speak your truth. I also got this, if you can see it, number 3 from the left side. That's a white agate. White agate helps you to speak your inner truth, helps you to speak out against any lies. I love y'all. Peace.